Hey there, BookTube. Noah. Everyone who reads It Must Converse is the channel. Thanks for coming back by again. Nice to see everybody. And I'm going to talk today about a book that I read with a buddy, one of BookTube's own, and that is Pavio over at Attention. That's right. I got Pavio to join into a buddy read with me, and we did Magda Szabo's The Door. This book, this book. Magda Szabo is a Hungarian writer, and she is very, very capable. It was a very cool experience to come in contact with what she can do for the first time. There is another NYRB edition of Magda Szabo's work, another novel by her. I don't recall what the title is, but I did see it in a bookstore, and I'm going to go pick it up because what is in here? I mean, Pavio and I were talking back and forth over and over and over, just trying to flesh out what was going on with this. It was so intriguing. The story is a writer that is pretty well off, upper middle class, if not upper class, Hungarian writer named Magda. So perhaps a stand-in for the writer herself, right? She has got, hired a caretaker for herself and her husband. It's just them two, no kids. But to maintain the house, keep everything clean, cook meals, that kind of thing. And this caretaker, her name is Emmerance, and she comes in like a force to be reckoned with. And she is. She is one of the most effortful people that you will ever come in contact with. It's almost like she doesn't sleep. It's almost like she never gets tired. She's always doing stuff, not just for the household, but all around the town. She is taking care of people. She is doing kind acts. She always has others in mind and others in her thoughts as to what what she's interested in, and what she wants to do is to take care of other people. And she is almost not human. It goes to a point. It is to a point where it is almost that she is not human. So you kind of get this vibe of, is this person even real? What am I reading here? What is going on here? Is Magda hallucinating this person? Is Magda in some kind of, Tyler Durden Fight Club kind of scenario? Is she doing all this? Is she doing this and that, and has this kind of line of demarcation within her personality where the householder life and everything associated with that is one personality, Emmerance, and then the public life, the professional life of a writer, and all that is another personality, Magda. And there is a lot of exploration to be done in that way, that almost to the point where I can't wrap my head around that Magda Szabo did not intend that. There is too many dualistic ways of looking at Magda and Emmerance, either those things being contraries or those things being opposites in a way that they complement each other, right? And so is it two sides of the same coin or not? This book is a roller coaster ride. That is the best way to describe what the relationship between these two women, the woman of the house and the caretaker of the house, and their relationship and friendship that ensues over the course of, through the book it says 20 years. But it seems a lot longer. When it comes down to it, this being Emmerance and the relationship seems to be of an indeterminable amount of time, just goes on. It is legendary, if not to say mythological. It is unbelievable. And what happens is, right when there is some kind of understanding, some kind of where they get on the same page with something. Emirates is very, very eccentric, for lack of a better word. She has her own ideas and her own very, her mind is made up on points of what life is and what life means, and to do and to act and to, give yourself to others, as that's true life fulfillment. And right when there is understanding between the two women, there will be a happening that it breaks down and it goes completely the opposite side. And their relationship is constantly this pendulum swing of gaining some kind of insight and understanding, perhaps, and then it just being crushed. And the pain is real in both of the characters. It's just a wild ride. So what I will say is when it comes down to it, this is such an interesting novel with how many things are brought up, many mythological or ancient even stories and ideas are brought to bear on the relationship by Magda Szabo in the storytelling, and none less than Virgil, the Aeneid, and also the Bible. Emirates is anti-Christian. She's an anti-Christ figure. She has no need for religion, no need for any of that kind of thing. She lives by action. And it's actually love in action. Only through action, though. There's no intellectual side to Emirates. There's no interior life almost to Emirates. There's just beliefs that she's made her mind up on that she doesn't think about. It's already done. And she acts. And the woman, Magda, is a Christian, but that goes to church, but she's a writer and she's a secular person as well, and an intellectual. She's an intellectual. So there's a lot of differences, just a total complete difference between these two women. And Magda starts to see that Emirates, even though she professes to be basically anti-Christian, that she is a perfect embodiment of the Christian ideals, because she is patient with others. She is constantly self-sacrificing. She is giving all the time. She's constantly doing. And she is ultimately someone who lives for the others and not themselves. She doesn't live for herself. She lives very humbly. Very humble means, even though she has to be rich. I mean, she's in the employ of so many people and does so much work for everybody. She has to have so much money. You get this impression that she has but she has no need for it. She has her reasons. And I'm not going to give, these kind of things away. This is a lot of what the beauty of this story is, the experience of it itself. It's told very well. It is scary almost in some ways, because you don't know what's going on, and there's this kind of break, like you break in reading it, with that things are being told to you rather straightforwardly, but you can't flesh them out. When it comes down to it, Emirates seems to be a mythological being of immortal age and unbounded effort. Just a complete, fill in the blank. What is going on here? That kind of thing. And we are experiencing this story told in retrospect by the main character, Magda. It's very, very cool. It was very unique as well. So I can't wait to get some more Magda Szabo. Let me know if you've read anything, The Door included, but also anything else by Magda Szabo. I'd be interested in hearing, because I definitely am going to get more. The tension between these two females is unprecedented. Like, it is so thick, and you're just in it like, how can they keep going on? And they do. It's an exploration of relationships. It's an exploration of the cost of relationships. It costs a lot to love somebody and to be loved by somebody. Because when somebody loves you, they do for you, and then you have to reciprocate that. You have to. You must. In some way, in some fashion, you have to do that. And finding a way to do that is sometimes tough, right? So Magda Szabo does a very good job exploring these kind of things and bringing a lot of ideas to bear on a wild ride of a story. So catch you on the next one, BookTube. Thank you. Bye-bye.